Architect LJ Sarao.
I am Architect Armel Bonifacio.
And I am Architect Diego Maderal. And today, we are here with Sir Alex from Zeo Wood.
No.
ZeoTimber.
Oh, shit! We got... Today, we are with Sir Alex from ZeoTimber. Alright? Oh my god. But yeah, Sir Alex, thank you for having us. We are here, by the way, we are here in their showroom. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is their showroom?
These are their products.
These are their products. Everything you see here, even the Christmas tree, I believe, is...
Teka, pwede tayo mag-ASMR.
Wrong kind of wrong. But yeah. So we are here, and we're there's a few products in front of us. So Sir Alex will be talking us through this and giving us a quick run through on what these are for us and how we can use it for our projects.
So we have a few questions afterwards. No?
Architectural questions.
Architectural questions.
And some clumsy ones too. So brace.
Sure.
So,
To start things off now, Sir Alex, you mentioned to me that this wasn't your initial line of business. So can we get into that, please?
Oh, sige. So, again, thank you for having me. I'm Alex from Finex Sales International. And our company is really a family-run organization. It started by my parents in 1989.
Wow.
So, as children, it's our job to expand and make sure it keeps going until the future, diba? And actually, the main business is very different. We're into the importation and wholesale and distribution of various products. The main business is actually in the office supplies, paper, in this kind of industry. But how we got into construction and building materials is sometime in 2016. We went into developing our own properties. No? So we had a couple of properties built in Mandaluyong, and these are budget hotel and dormitory. And we got very interested in this construction process and became good friends with one of the contractors, Engineer Pierre, who became our technical partner. So Engineer Pierre and I had lots of ideas going, and we decided, why don't we decide on one item? Where can we fill the gap in the market in the Philippines? And we narrowed it down to wood plastic composite. So Engineer Pierre and I started this brand, ZeoTimber. ZeoTimber is our own brand, and we work with different factories in China, sourcing, of course, the top quality products with good choices, good quality material, and things that we would use for our own house. No, so there are so many options in the market, and our job is to make sure that we bring good value for money and lots of nice choices here in the Philippines. Yeah.
So you said no, these aren't sourced from just one manufacturer. So you handpicked these from the best of the best, I assume. So all these products, you've sourced them and then branded as
our company's brand, ZeoTimber. So yeah, exactly. So our job is we go around, we meet with different factories. Some are specializing in WPC for outdoor. Some are specializing in WPC for indoor. And we're always adding more choices. And of course, there's no one company that has nice colors for everything that they do. So we have to check, who has a nicer color? Who has a nicer texture or finish? Yeah. So that's my job, to make sure that we have nice selections for us to use.
With regards to that, how often do you update your catalogs? Because we're looking at a few colors here. So let's say, how long does this last in the market? Then when do you decide that it's time to get new products, or when is it because of the manufacturer, or is it something that is easily available on your end, being on the research part of this?
Okay. So to answer the colors, the things that we carry here, here on display and here on the table, so these are on stock. So whenever we bring something in, we make sure that we have a decent number of quantities, no, for a few hundred square meters for any ready project that needs a delivery right now, no? But we're always out there looking at what's new. No? There's always, each shipment that comes in every few months, there's always something new. So this year we've introduced a lot of new items as well, and it's interesting. No, the market's always changing, the trends are always changing, so we have to make sure that we are also up to date. Exactly.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, we've seen this particular design has been um, in
Popular.
popular for quite some time now. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
probably in the last 5, 6 years,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
more beyond that.
Even more, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so we have a few products here. Talk us through this. What are we looking at here?
Sure. So when we're talking about wood plastic composite, no, or WPC for short, basically what it is, it's a wood alternative. And the main idea of why we're using these items is because we want to have a wood look. We want to make it look and feel like wood while addressing some of the, I guess, limitations of using real wood, which are it takes time to color and finish. Wood would need more maintenance in terms of putting sealers or tints, no? Whereas these WPC are already pre-manufactured and they come in already a nice color and they will be ready for installation when it comes, no, to your project site.
Kumbaga, what you see is what you get.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So let me show you. There are some for indoor and some for outdoor. And what is the difference? Basically, they're made of wood and plastic, but the outdoor materials are made thicker, are made to withstand the normal sun and rain, and they also have anti-UV chemicals that make it retain the color for a few years, no? For a good number of years. So let me show you what we have here, and these are just a few. And let me start with, for example, the outdoor materials. So for example, these two I have on the table. Now, these are decking floors. So where would you use your decking floors? Normally in your beach area, your pool side, your balconies. Yeah.
Hot tub.
Hot tub.
Hot tub.
Hot tub, hot tub. No.
Hot tub.
So here we have decking planks. So these are made of outdoor WPC. And what we have here, we have two options. We call this the second generation of both of them. So in the market, there's a first generation, there's a second generation, and other innovations in the market. Basically, when we say second generation, there is a outer cover of plastic. No? You will see there's an outer skin, outer shield, which we call the outer shield. So this is an HDPE coating, which makes it impermeable to water. No? So on the surface, meaning if there's food, oil, or something that falls to the ground while you're using it, let's say in the restaurant, it's going to be easy to maintain. At the same time, it's also a protective layer, so it doesn't stain immediately. No, the first generation doesn't have that. No, so if you have, let's say, a food that stains, it will be difficult to clean. So this is easier for maintenance. Now you also take a look at the structure. No, so this is a hollow, or a honeycomb. So different manufacturers, different brands use a different name, but it's a hollow decking. And this is a solid decking with a letter M. So the purpose is when you're looking at the top, it looks like a full plank. It looks like a solid plank. But when you look at the side, these are ways to give the client a little more savings. Yeah. So I would use this for higher foot traffic. And we can also produce the solid ones for really high foot traffic areas. Yeah. So yun, second generation, and then solid M shape and hollow.
This one is for, I'm assuming,
Alright.
for walls.
Yes. So the same technology applies, just a different shape. So this is one of our options for the outdoor cladding. So you can use it for outdoor wall or outdoor, on the ceiling, for the ceiling use. So this is
I thought it was like a baseboard.
Oh no, you could use it. You could play around. It's up to your creativity.
If you're going to use this for ceiling, I'm assuming your framing should be more
Yes.
tightly
Closer,
packed,
more
together.
yes, tighter
Oo.
together. So typically in the market, most people are using the lightweight PVC materials.
Yeah.
But it would definitely look more plasticky. So if the client would like more natural looking,
Like with the
then this is
texture and the
something. More
grains.
texture, more grain, more realistic.
And there's depth into it. Yeah, there's,
Yeah,
there's so much more
so
depth into
so
it.
this is something that we call a wood grain, and this is something we call a super wood grain. You will see it's really much
Super.
deeper. A super wood
Raw.
grain.
Like Arnold's
Natural.
favorite word,
Raw.
raw.
Or
Favorite
No,
word.
no, 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 no. You know, that,
here
that-
naman, you can take a look at that. It's a brushed wood finish.
Yeah.
Brushed wood grain, super wood
Let's
grain.
take
Raw.
this out of
Yeah,
the
so-
shot. Wait, maybe we can.
You'll appreciate it when you get to
Give it some,
take a look.
yes.
So just by looking at the profile, you'll know if it's
Yes, a
for
decking.
exterior or for interior.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's really a thicker material for the outdoor.
Yeah.
Kasi there's sun and rain.
Like this one, this is also.
So this is
for
also a wall and ceiling panel. So when you compare them, for example, these two, you would see this is more solid, and this one looks like a letter C. So it's a
It's a
little
profile.
more, the C profile. it's a little lighter.
So like,
you know,
it's a hollow profile.
it's a hollow profile, exactly. So these are options for you to consider.
Nice. So you mentioned earlier like these ones for outdoor pools and
Yeah.
decks.
Yeah.
How are they? So they're quite resistant with water and some other food. As you mentioned,
Yes.
food
Stain.
spillage, food stainage. What about pool water? Those tend to
Chlorine.
be
Chlorine
yeah,
can
those tend to
really
be
be
have
harsh.
aggressive.
Yeah.
They have harsh chemicals in them. What is their durability when it comes to those things?
It's okay, no? These are really made to be used by the pool side or by the beach side. Now, that means chlorine is something that can stick on the surface. So just cleaning it with clean water,
Running
Mm.
water.
running water, making sure on a daily basis the chlorine water doesn't really stick on it, no? But it can be cleaned, no? There are some ways, and we would recommend like a mild soap mix in warm water, no? Leave it on there so that the hard water that comes from the swimming pool will soften, and then you can clean it, brush it, and remove the chlorine. The chlorine that really dries up and looks white, I guess.
If it's exposed to sunlight for a long time,
Hmm.
how long does it take for the finish to fade?
Okay.
Usually,
So no, there are different factors that can come into play, no? But based on our laboratory tests, our colors are stable for 5 years on a normal setting, no?
Crisp. It's
Yeah,
crisp for
5 years.
5 years.
Of course, over time it will gradually weather and fade over time, no? And that's one of the pros and the cons of using WP. So everything naman, all the materials have a pro and con.
So what
they
do you
have
do?
they have a lifespan. All
They
materials
all have a
lifespan.
lifespan.
so you can't reapply a finish sa ganito?
Yeah. Have you ever encountered somebody?
All right, good question. And at the moment, unfortunately, the technology hasn't caught up with that. No, so if it fades, then you could paint something over it, but we don't really recommend that. No,
How about before? Have you ever encountered somebody that treated this with a certain stain within the, let's say, upon installation, then they just put like a protective layer while it's still new? Is that something that you've encountered, or do you advise on that?
Okay, good question also. So our team has tried different materials and chemicals in the market. So maybe Trend Building could also talk to Bona to see what they
Yun.
could do.
I was getting to that. We just have to make sure, man. We just have to make sure.
So I did ask, so hopefully they come up with something. But for now, some of the things we've done, for testing purposes, we've tried some existing products in the market. We've tried, the polyurethane, you could use it, but it won't last very long. Polyurethane, for a few months, it will look nice, but over time, polyurethane will peel off. Why? Because it has this outer shield, which is a plastic coating, which prevents it from really absorbing any stains or chemicals.
It doesn't really adhere.
It doesn't really adhere, exactly. So there are ways to give it some temporary, like give it a shine. There are some products in the market, but if you ask me, from the factory, there's no real product that is made for composite products as of now.